Hello, boys and girls. How are you? Today we're going to be working on page 123. And what we're doing is we're bringing together a lot of things that we have done before. So as we're working through this, I want you to make sure that you're thinking about just what things mean, what the words mean, and going from there. So number one says, write each in standard form. Now, standard form, we learned this several weeks ago, and talking about standard form is just the regular way that we write numbers. So if I was going to put 100 plus 7, and I want to write the number in just the regular way, I'm going to write it as 107. That's the standard form, the regular way I would write the number, okay? Anyone remember what this is called when it's written this way? 100 plus 7? Who remembers? It is the expanded form because I'm showing the hundreds and the 7, expanded form. So here we have at the top the expanded form, 100 plus 10 plus 8. And if I write that as the standard form, as a regular number, I'm going to say I have 100, 110, and 8 ones. And that makes the number 118. So I want you to do the next two by yourself and then compare your answers with your partner. You can go ahead and push pause the video. Okay, you should have had the answers 69 and 78. Let's move on to number 2. Here for number 2, we are going to work with these 3 numbers. Can you please read them with me? They are the numbers 83, 4, and 115. Last week, we worked on ordering numbers like 115 from least to greatest and greatest to least. And we used this place value chart of hundreds, tens, and ones. Today, when we do this, it's very similar, except for look at 83. Does 83 have any hundreds? No. What does it have? 8 tens and 3 ones. So I would put it in the place value chart just like that. And here, the number 4 has no hundreds and no tens, but it is just simply 4 ones. The number 115, I can see 3 digits. So it has 100, 110, and 5 ones. Then to compare them and put them on the number line, I'm going to do the same thing we always did. First, looking at the hundreds place, I see it right away. There's this one here that has 100. So I know that he's the largest. I'm going to put it all the way over here because my number line is always least to greatest. So we're going to go ahead and put in here as the greatest number being 115. All right, now I want you to put the next 2 numbers. We already did this number 115. So now compare the numbers 83 and 4. What's going to be the least and what goes in the middle? You can go ahead and pause the video until you have those numbers in place. And you should have found that the least was 4, then 83, and the greatest number being 115. Let's go back to the instructions and look to see here for my answer box, what do I need to put? And it says we want our answer from least to greatest. So let's put it in here. Least to greatest. And that is the same way that our number line is. So I can just put those numbers right in. Go ahead and pause the video until you're ready. All right, let's read the answer together. The order is from least to greatest, 4, 83, 115. I'm sure you guys did great and got that. Okay, let's move on and look at these numbers. Numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here, we're still talking about, the same type of things with place value. Write 102 in standard form. So for standard form, here they gave us the word, this number in words, but we want to write it as we would with regular digits. So 102. Okay, you write down your answer. What do you think it is? And it should look like this. 100 with a 0 in the tens place, 2. If you wrote it like this, 102, 2. Remember that this is not the number 102. This would be the number 12. So be careful that you're keeping the 1 for the hundreds place over there. And when they don't tell you any tens, it's because there are no tens and we got to put the 0 in. So it should say 102. Okay. The next number we have is write 67, but this time in expanded form. Expanded form uses a plus sign, and we say the value of each number, each digit. So this would be the number 67. And here for the expanded form, I need to say, what is the value of that 6? Because he's not 600s, he is 6 tens. So the value of 6 tens is, yes, 60. So we're going to put in 60. And this 7 is in the ones place. What is the value of 7 ones? It is just 7. There we have it. Number 5 asks you to do the same thing. Write 42 in the same expanded form. Go ahead and put in your plus sign. And you're going to tell me what is the value of the tens, what is the value of ones. Pause the video until you're ready. Okay, it's time to check your answers. So 42 in expanded form is 40 plus 2. There it is. Number 6 gives us the number 103. And here they're asking us how many hundreds, how many tens, how many ones. That's just like what we did up here, putting them in the hundreds, tens, and ones, the place value chart. So we're going to do the same thing. And look here, how many hundreds do I have? Well, this is the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place. How many hundreds? 100. How many tens does it have? Well, there's a 0 in the tens place. So there are no tens. How many ones are there? Yes, 3 ones. Great job, guys. Down here for the bottom, I'm going to show you how to do number 7. And you guys are going to go through, well, we'll do 7 and 8 together. And then you're going to do 9, 10, and 11 with either a partner or as a class. So what we're going to do here is we're first going to put it in the showing different forms, right? So we're going to go through and do multiple representations. Here for the first column, we're going to sketch. So 90 is 9 tens. So we're going to draw that. We're going to sketch it. When we draw tens, we draw sticks. So we're going to draw out 9 sticks. 1, remember to leave a space so you can count them easily. 7, 8, and 9. For the next one, we're going to put here hundreds, tens, and ones chart, just like this, okay? And you can go ahead and draw lines all the way down because we're going to do that. Oh, my line's a little crooked there. And we're going to go just like that. And we're going to say what digit goes in each place. So for the number 90, how many hundreds do I have? Ones, tens, hundreds. There's nothing there. So there are 0 hundreds. How many tens do I have? 9. How many ones are there? 0. And the last form that we're going to put here is the expanded form. So here for 90, we can say that there are 9 tens, which has the value of 90. And we're just going to put plus 0 because there's no ones. And we'll leave it like that. All right, let's do number 8. First one is to sketch. How do I sketch 100? Not a dot, not a line. It's a square. So we're going to sketch the square. And I have no tens and no ones, so I can leave it just like that. Now, how many hundreds do I have? Look at the digits. Ones, tens, hundreds. I have 100. How many tens? 0 tens. How many ones? 0 ones. Very good. And the last one is the expanded form. So you want to say the value that there is. So we're going to say, well, 100 is the value of 100. And then we're going to put just 1 time plus 0. Really, there's nothing here, and so we don't really need to put anything else. Okay, I'm going to have you do number 9 on your own, and when you're ready, push play, and I'll have the answers here for you to check. All right, there you have it. I drew the hundreds, 5 ones, I have 100, 0 tens, 5 ones. And the expanded form is 100 plus 5. Remember that I don't have to put plus 0 for the tens place here, just because, well, it's nothing, so we don't have to put it. All right, we're going to do numbers 10 and 11. Push play when you're ready. All right, time to check your answers. Remember that checking answers is important so that you can see where you made a mistake, and that's when learning happens. So here, check your answers and circle what you have that is different. Go ahead and raise your hand and ask your question. And you can pause the video so you can answer questions and push play when you're ready for the next section. Okay, so we've reviewed some of the different information with looking at place value and the expanded form, standard form, sketching, hundreds, tens, and ones, that place value chart. And this week we're going to be looking at finding patterns. And so that's what we're beginning looking for. So first we have to know just basic things. So we're going to start here and we're going to say 20 plus 1 is 21. And now we're going to justify it doing these 3 other ways. We're going to justify it because here we're going to have 2 tens and 1 1. And I can draw that by putting in here, let's see if I can get a bigger line, that I have 2 tens. This is going to be my 20 and 1. And there it is. I can also write it another way by showing that 21 is equal to 20 plus 1. And that's all that we're doing on this page, okay? And as you go, I want you to see the pattern that's happening. It's plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. What pattern do you see happening here? Yes, each time it is 1 more. So go ahead and you're going to fill this out and go over it as a class. When you're done, you'll do the next page on your own and turn it into the blue box.